Alright folks, welcome to this exciting video where you once again join us in the middle of the Scottish countryside, and I'm starting this video here next to this incredible waterfall that I love coming to see at certain times of the year. So today, yeah, we've come here and it's just pretty much down the road from the last couple of videos where we recorded. We're still just having these crazy adventures, exploring these little nuggets. Yeah, but I thought we'll start here and then we might end up going to somewhere else. I'm not even sure yet, folks. It's always a spontaneous adventure. And I've not been to this waterfall for ages. It says on the tree, Kirriemuir Angling Club. Fly fishing only, no Sunday fishing. And look, there's some massive trees being knocked over there. The river looks deep down here. I remember one time we saw fish when we were here. So yeah, all these rivers and stuff around this neck of the woods, folks, they're prime fishing locations. The landscape is just always worth recording and visiting, exploring. It's the adventures into the wild lands of Scotland, folks. You never know what you're going to see. It changes all the time. And I'm sure on this gatepost here, it's got an old date from an ancient time. That one there has got nothing on it. Look at this, folks, 1861. So that shows the history that that gatepost was put there. And Channel Daisy is just saying there's an otter or a beaver or something been run over here on the road. It's roadkill, folks. Yeah, who knows? It's been pretty crushed. It's hard to tell. It's crazy, folks. Roadkill, it's a real thing. Global. Whenever you get a road, that's just part of it. It's just an unfortunate thing in nature. I can hear the roar from this little waterfall. It's quite cool. For the size of the little stream that comes over it, it's just warring the rocks over the years, creating a wild, crazy landscape. And look, we can see the snow on the back hills here. Crazy environment, folks. The water looks pretty cool today. Yes, folks. Look at the way the water comes round here. It's such a cool spot. See how much stuff's been deposited from the high rivers. It's crazy. I want to have a look around the corner here, but I'm keeping it safe. See the way it's like sedimentary bedrock around here, carved by the river. Just like this whole area here. And I was trying to come round and have a look at this. Just look, what a view down the river under the old bridge. What a scene once again right here on the channel, folks. Look at this, the water drops from like my head height right down, boom. And it's just a crazy, wild Scottish scene. That's the only way of describing it. The water is crystal clear. I remember in the summer when the water was low, you can walk right around there and get quite close to the bridge. Wow. This is an insane environment right here. Just loads of little waterfalls the whole way down here. This is cool, folks, the way these rocks are worn from the river. There's loads of cool little rock pools and stuff down the side of here. And all the rocks have been worn like smooth. And look at it, the way the river drops into this central area. Crazy. Check that out. saying, folks, see the way that the light is lighting up the water, just adds to the environment. Yeah, it's 190, but I'm not sure if they hadn't finished the graffiti, or it could be marking something in the river for the fishing. But it could be some ancient graffiti for the 1900s also. This is one of my favourite spots here, folks, the way this waterfall is. These rocks are more at head height as well. It shows the river can get higher and more ferocious. Probably if the storm's up the Glen, the river would be up wearing these stones away. I'm pretty sure in the summer you can walk further around there easily, but the river's quite ferocious in the winter. Right here, that looks deep. It's like a bubbling cauldron of water, folks. We're just safely navigating our way in here. Yeah, that bit there is just super deep. The water's clear compared to other places that I've seen recently. What a spot. So there we go, folks, that was a cool start to this video. A little waterfall making its way through the wild Scottish landscape. Yeah, I'm not sure where we're going next, but we're keeping this adventure going. That's what it's about sometimes on these explorers, just spontaneous adventures. You come across history which is just like abandoned, often forgotten. Yeah, wild landscapes you just go through on the way to those places. It's worth often stopping and just like videoing something like that with a waterfall. The power of nature, folks. Right, folks, we've not actually come to our second location. We've come to the other side of the main road, and look at the character of this land here with the old bridge. These trees have stood for years, and look now, they've recently just fallen. But look, we're going to try and safely negotiate way around these. It is a dangerous environment to explore, but we're going for it. Okay, and we'll hit try and get back up as well. And all this will be, because the tree's recently fallen, this will be a chance it could just fall at any moment. But we were wanting to go and have a look down at the bottom here. Don't know, a safe way of getting down, this is probably not it. Right, folks, I'm holding my left hand here. That's it, that was the penultimate jump down. Now I'm down here, we're safe. Well, safer. Exploring, we go to the next level, folks. Look at the scene in front of us though. Makes it all worth it. This tree here could roll. It could still move and come down this hill, so we are keeping that. We're being aware of that as we explore here. Look at this. What a scene under this bridge, folks. Look at this, folks. The water here just drops off deep. You can see the rocks near the edge and then it goes away in. Prime fishing territory. And I think when the river's a bit lower, you can actually walk further in there. It's probably no safe today, but look how the different rocks has been put in here to build the bridge. It's like almost that's been an original bridge at that side, and then this section here has been put on at a later date to extend the road, make it wider. After the water's come down that waterfall, it's proper swirling and stuff when it comes through here, and it just looks so deep. I would be up to my waist or worse, even close in by the shore here. But I just wanted to come down and look at this old stonework and explore the history, folks. They must have put these big stone gussets on the side to try and support it in some way. Yeah, what a wild landscape. Try to negotiate these trees and stuff, that's all part of the adventure. And now, yeah, we'll head back up. It's always easier, I think, to climb back up than try to jump down, stuff like that. See, this big tree here would be like the same size. It's just crazy, this one's been at the edge and it's taken all the wind. It'd be cool to go along. We'll see this little shed. I think it's some little monitoring shed or something for the river. Wow, there's a massive tree falling there. That's the bottom of the roots. Check this out, folks, all these cables, it's like a phone line almost coming along to this building, and then it's got this massive support cable which goes right through the building here, right across the river. So I'm not sure if they're monitoring somehow down to the water. I don't know if it's something to do with the fishing or what it is. But yeah, there we go, folks, check it out. Here's a meter stick for like the water, a measuring stick. Wow, what an environment once again, folks. I had seen this little shed when I've been driving along the road and I thought it'd be cool to come down and have a look. But I have seen one of these at like Gale of Brig. I think it's for monitoring, something to do with fishing or like the environment of the river. They're measuring something, but I don't know what the cables do. If anyone knows, get in the comments. Look at this, folks, that tells you it's the Prosen monitoring site, Scottish Environment Protection Agency. So that must be who's got to do with this. They'll be monitoring probably the river and then can sorting things out according. Probably maybe fish. I don't even know what they'll be seeing, how many fish go up here, but I can tell you this is rich in fish. I've seen them. Right, folks, we're about to go to the next location in this video. That's the first time I've walked along to see what that shed was all about. But Scottish Environmental Protection Agency, folks, shout out. This old bridge was so cool as well, the old stonework, and it does look like it's been made wider at a later date. But that waterfall is one of my favourite places to visit. That stick. That stick tamed me out, folks. I was down. I had to do like a flip. Oh my goodness. There we are, live on the video, folks. That's what exploring is all about. You never know. Here we are, folks, we're at the third location in this video, and check it out, we've come to Glen Prosen, which is such a scene. What an ideal little house this is here with a crazy view. Down this glen, which I'm about to show you, the view once you climb up this hill is just insane. Here's somebody coming up here to enjoy the view also, folks, in their Vauxhall. Check it out, look at this, leading down early monument and stuff on top of the hill. Crazy. And then this quarry here has just been dug out at one time. Maybe for supplies or something when they were building the road through the wild glen. of Glen Prosen. Check it out, folks, it's probably been used as a dump and stuff as well at one time. Crazy. Big bits of cement and stuff from an ancient time. Bits of stones. But yeah, we were just stopped here and I thought it's worth documenting the crazy landscape up here at Glen Prosen, because I didn't really stop here often. Look at this, for this next location in the video, folks, we've come to this old, what we used to call the Tin Church when we were young. We used to cycle around past this main road here and it was so spooky and so eerie. But I think what it was an old Victorian tin church, and there was lots of churches like this identical built all over the place. But we can see now it's been like hit by a tree. So it's crazy how history like this can change over the years. Stuff like this changes, and yeah, I've not been here for a while. When I first came, it used to have a proper like ornamental thing on the roof and stuff. It's all gone. The more years that pass, the history just gets lost. Check out the ice on top of these puddles. Real adventures right here, folks. Oh look, the door's open. We never come in these places if they're not open, folks, but look, we come with the greatest respects to the landowner and the owner here. Look at this. It's the old hall. Wow. See, I think years ago when we used to look in the window when we were on our bike runs, this had it like a fireplace. But I think the gamekeepers use it. It's a bit of like a bothy kind of thing just for the gamekeepers. But here we are documenting history, folks. Look at the old sink. Crazy. A little bit of history. And there's been a little vent going out. There's an interesting pattern there on the roof. And at one time there must have been seats and stuff in here and the little fireplace. I think like years ago it was used as like a local hall as well. Check these windows out, the way they open. Because I think these buildings were almost like a kit structure that was put up, and that's why they're all identical. You get them in different towns and different areas in Scotland. But yeah, a little bit of history, folks. Glen history here on the bottom of Glen Prosen, the old tin church. And yeah, it's been cool to see. So I was just back taking some photos in here, folks, and like, it is a crazy place. If somebody's brought the clock here, maybe one of the gamies or whatever, but I'm sure when we used to look through the window when we were on our bike runs, there was loads of drink lined up on the mantelpiece and there was a proper open fire. But see, son, when that tree's hit the roof, look, it's busted the wood, but look, it's broken. That's when this is all broken. That joist there, it's actually dangerous now, and it's good to document this before it's gone forever, folks, because this is some of the last stages unless they repair it. All this has hit the ground when it's fallen, when the tree's fallen. Must have been an eerie time in the middle of the storm in here. It's crazy though, history can almost get just deleted like that if a tree hits it. Yeah. History of the Glen. This was locked the last time I came round. Thieves beware. And so they should be. We're just literally coming with the greatest respects, documenting the history and then moving on. Yeah, look, there's the old chimney. I'm sure it was from the open fire originally. And the shape of these windows here is just eerie. Arched windows. The character of that is cool with the iron and then the wee chimney there with the stone. And that's the other side of the room where the sink is. And look, here's the shite house. Look at the old pan there, folks. Real history right here. That'll have been there for back in the day when it was genuinely like the little hall or whatever it was, or the tin church. It's like an old chemical toilet. And look, there's been a pipe going out there, maybe a little sink. So you can imagine the locals coming out here, probably gossiping about what went on in the local community or whatever happened, and then back into the hall for the main event. Maybe they had dances and stuff in there and parties, kind of locals. It's so cool to imagine history like that when we explore, folks. The little chimney's still standing strong in the back of there. There used to be a little peak on the top of that roof where that central like air vent is. There was like a cone on it, like a witch's hat. I think there's been a little sink in there where that pipe goes out. Oh aye. Yeah, so it could have been the toilet though. Could have been anything, eh? Maybe there was a little heater in there, even.
Yeah, it looks like there's more.
Yeah, crazy, folks. A little bit of history just in the wild landscape. This has been insane, folks, to come and document a bit of history. Now we've seen it's gotten damaged recently and it's such a shame to see. So it's cool to come and video it before it gets knocked down or if it falls down. And yeah, it's like old square nails up there. That could show the actual age of this building. Often the trees can protect it from the worst of the weather, but sometimes the trees can be a downfall of a building like this. And I can see, I think the trees come from that stump there. It's fallen right down, whack. Luckily the old windows stayed in position, which is so cool. The character's cool because it's almost a yellow colour with like a red roof. And yeah, it's a building like you don't see often in Scotland, apart from these tin churches. So there we go, got a couple of pictures. But yeah, that's been super cool. Channel DJ's counting the rings on the tree to catch the age of it and see. But it looks to me like it's a good 100-year-old, maybe more. Anyway, folks, we'll end this video here. Thanks very much for watching. Do you want to know the age of the tree before we end the video? What are you thinking for the age of the tree here? This is intense, folks. We're just about out of battery on this episode, folks.
72.
72 rings on the tree, folks. Potentially, roughly around that area. But there we go. We'll end this video here. We've looked at some cool stuff in this episode. We started off at that waterfall. And we've just been some random... We went up the side of the river and explored. And here we are. We've documented this incredible little thing at the end of it. And the people that stuck around to the end of the video get to see a little historical gem here, abandoned in the Scottish wilderness and just about gone forever. And what a special thing. But anyway, I'll end this one here. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye for me, goodbye for the channel DJ, and we'll catch you very soon in the next episode, folks.